Alright, I'm not doing a tutorial. I'm talking now about the life system in the animation. So here's how it works, alright? For the player, or Red, okay? This is his life system. This is his life bar. This is his special system. They're all conjoined into one to show you what he can do at the time, or how much damage he's taken at the time. Now, these two pieces up here, it's LV, and this little slash is to indicate one, the life in total, and the level in which Red is at. I have not implemented this yet. I haven't felt the need to, but I will do it at some point. A special system I already went over, but for the opponent, okay, as you can see, the opponent has way less stuff here. There's no LP. There's no real indicator of level. There's not a special system. And the reason I did that is because most opponents, okay, will not have this type of life bar. Like for instance, if I'm making Red fight 50 dudes, not all of them are going to have their own individual life bar. It's simply going to be impossible and tedious. So instead, boss opponents and opponents that are one-on-one will get a custom life bar, kind of like this, and they won't get special points, okay? Because who keeps track of your opponent's special meter like that sometimes? But for reals, they're just not gonna have special points yet because I need to make them all individual moves. Now, I might use any of these, okay, as the opponent's special move, and based on the ones that are more detailed and uh, themed, I'll use them for a specific character, like I did before. But that'll be in the future. So as far as the life system, as you can imagine, when Red gets hit, okay, this will flash white for a single frame and then go down by a bit, and then it'll go back to red after a single frame. So basically, let's add some frames. Let's say Red is somewhere here, he gets hit, right? It'll go down, add a frame, Red. Oh, you can go red up, add a frame, and then Red. There we go. Then add some more frames. Basically, you'll get hit, it'll go down a little bit. That's exactly how it will be. I believe it's very simple to follow. Now, because you'll be watching the animation, you won't notice this. However, I will try to keep it as consistent as possible with his actual life. So his life will go down, even if it's by a little bit. It'll be the same way for the opponent. They'll get flickered with a white frame for one frame. It'll go down a bit, and then it'll turn back blue. Okay? Or for whoever is here at the time. Now, for the life bars for the regular mobs or random characters or whatever, they are going to have life bars for the ones that are higher tier. However, the ones that are lower tier are not going to have life bars. They're pretty much going to die in one hit or two hits, or any combo that's there. Basically, they're going to get ragdolled until they like fall to the ground or something. But the higher tier opponents are going to have a life bar just like this. That's it, just a line. Okay, it's not going to flicker white. It's just going to go down. That's it. Now, the reason why I'm doing it like that is because whenever you add anything into stick nodes, it takes up space, right? More stuff means more space. And if I have 50 opponents on the screen, I cannot add 50 life bars. It will take up all of the space on the device. Now you could argue, why not just make it to where only one opponent that's getting focused on has the life bar, or the opponent that gets hit has their life bar showing? Well, if I do a multi-hit move, or I hit multiple opponents, like let's say I do a move that hits the entire screen of opponents, as you can imagine, that's not going to work out too well. So that's why that's going to happen. So mobs will not have a life bar. They'll die in one or two hits, or whatever combo they're in, okay? And they will be ragdolled until that combo's done. Higher tier enemies will have life bars, but they won't be like this because they're now one-on-one. They will be like this. Usually they'll be in the form of green, all right, and then yellow, and then orange, and then red, and then they'll die. Or then black, and then they die. I might add an animation for this little piece where it's like a shattering life bar. I have no idea. All right. So to recap, when red or any other opponent that's one on one with a life bar is hit, they will have a flicker of white, and then their life bar will go down for 1 frame, and then it'll go back to being a normal color. Now, for multi hits, when they are hit multiple times or consecutively over a couple of frames, the life bar will actually go down, 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 and flicker red and white at the same time. So basically, that, 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 it'll just continuously go down. Rather the life bar is red or white, it just matters how much times he's getting hit in that specific time frame. That's all that matters. How many times is he getting hit? That's how many times the life bar will go down. Now, the damage, honestly, there is no consistent amount of damage. Most hits are going to probably do a 1 at the beginning stages of part of something. So right now there are 2 stages. There is the white zone and there is the combat zone, okay? Those are the 2 main stages in a part of something right now. In the combat zone, honestly, you're not supposed to take damage. It's supposed to be impossible, but because it's the first piece of the animation, I decided why not? Let's make it an actual fight. So, yeah. So if he's getting hit multiple times, the life bar will just flicker white and red and will continuously go down. So white, and that will be exactly how it goes. So white, and then consecutive hits will make it flicker. All right, and of course the damage numbers will be indicated on the screen. So basically, you'll see something like, I don't know, a negative. You'll see this, and it'll be followed by a number. And that will indicate damage. Okay, that will indicate damage taken. Now, the redness isn't just because it's red that's getting damaged. It honestly can apply to the blue guy as well. It can apply to anything. It's just a matter of what's being damaged and how many of those things are being damaged. So if there are 50 enemies, I'm not going to add 50 ones. Okay, I'm just going to let them get damaged and they're going to die. Alright, but if there is a boss enemy or a high tier enemy, then yes, you will see a damage indicator. Unless they are not taking damage at all. If they do not take damage, that means, well, I can't add this. So if you don't see a frame where the dude's getting hit clearly, but for some reason just isn't taking damage, that means he's not taking damage. That means he's just getting hit. In other words, that's an invincibility move. There are invincibility frames, if you will. All right. So that's how the life system will work.